Welcome back to the Auto Line, where we break down the hottest car matchups in easy-to-understand words, so you can pick the ride that fits your style. Today, we're diving into a big battle between two American muscle legends, the 2025 Chevrolet Camaro ZL1 and the 2025 Dodge Challenger. Both of these cars have loud engines, bold looks, and serious speed, but they do things in very different ways. So which one gives you the most fun, power, and performance for your money? Let's take a closer look and find out. Let's start with the design. The 2025 Camaro ZL1 looks like a car that was made for speed. It's low, wide, and aggressive. The big front grille lets in lots of air to cool the engine, and the sharp headlights and sculpted hood make it look like a street-ready race car. Around back, there's a spoiler, quad exhaust tips, and a sleek, sporty shape. Everything about this car says fast. It's the kind of car people will notice the second you pull into a parking lot. Now let's look at the 2025 Dodge Challenger. While the Camaro looks modern and sharp, the Challenger keeps that old-school muscle car vibe. It's big, boxy, and bold. The wide front end, round headlights, and long hood give it a throwback feel, like something out of the 70s, but with today's tech. It looks mean, heavy, and strong. If you like that classic muscle car style, the Challenger delivers in a big way. Next, let's step inside. The Camaro ZL1 has a driver-focused cockpit. The seats are low and bolstered to hold you in place when you're driving fast. You get a flat-bottom steering wheel, a digital driver display, and a touchscreen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. The materials feel sporty. Think leather, Alcantara, and carbon fiber in some places. It's tight inside, and the back seats are really just for show. Most adults won't fit comfortably back there. But for the driver, it feels like a race car. The Challenger gives you a lot more space. It's a much bigger car, and you can feel that as soon as you sit inside. The front seats are wide and comfy, and even the back seats are usable for adults. The Challenger also has a bigger trunk, so it's the more practical of the two if you care about space. The dashboard is simple, with a touchscreen in the center and classic gauges behind the wheel. It's not as sporty as the Camaro inside, but it's more comfortable for long drives. Now let's talk about the most exciting part. What's under the hood? The 2025 Camaro ZL1 is a beast. It comes with a 6.2-liter supercharged V8 engine that makes 650 horsepower and 650 lb-ft of torque. That's crazy fast. It can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour in about 3.5 seconds, and it sounds like thunder when you hit the gas. You can get it with a 6-speed manual or a 10-speed automatic, depending on how you like to drive. The ZL1 is built for performance. It has a track-tuned suspension, big brakes, and magnetic ride control that keeps the car stable even when cornering hard. The 2025 Dodge Challenger comes in many versions, so this part depends on which trim you're looking at. The base model has a V6 with 303 horsepower, which is good for daily driving but not really a match for the ZL1. But if you move up to the RT, Scat Pack, or SRT Hellcat trims, things get much more exciting. The SRT Hellcat, for example, comes with a supercharged 6.2-liter V8 that makes 717 horsepower, and in some versions, like the Reed-Eye, you get 797 or even 807 horsepower. That's more than the ZL1. So on paper, the Challenger Hellcat has more power. But power isn't everything. The Challenger is also heavier and doesn't handle turns as well as the Camaro. The ZL1 is lighter, sharper, and more balanced, especially on a racetrack or twisty road. The Challenger is better in straight-line drag races, where all that horsepower really shows. Next up, let's talk about the driving experience. The Camaro ZL1 is like a scalpel, sharp, fast, and precise. It grips the road, responds quickly to your steering, and gives you total confidence whether you're on the highway or a racetrack. The ride is stiff, which means you'll feel bumps, but that's part of the performance. You feel connected to the road, and every drive feels like an event. The Challenger, especially the Hellcat, is more like a rocket. It's insanely fast in a straight line, and it's loud, raw, and wild, but it's not made for cornering. The body leans more, and the steering doesn't feel as direct. For cruising on the highway, though, it's incredibly comfortable. It feels like a muscle car should, big, brash, and brutal. Let's now move to features and technology. Both cars come with modern tech: Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, Bluetooth, and good sound systems. The Camaro gets a heads-up display, performance data screens, and optional Recaro seats for even more sportiness. The Challenger offers more in terms of daily comfort: heated and ventilated seats, more trunk space, and even all-wheel drive on some V6 models, which is great if you live where it snows. Safety-wise, both cars offer things like blind spot monitoring, rear cross traffic alert, and forward collision warning, but they're not focused on being safety leaders. These are performance cars, made more for fun than for practicality. Now let's talk about the price. The 2025 Camaro ZL1 starts around $74,000, and it can go higher with options. It's expensive, but you're getting track-level performance in a car that you can drive to work. The Dodge Challenger has a much wider price range. The base model starts around $33,000, while the Hellcat models can cost over $75,000. And special editions like the SRT Demon 170 can even reach six figures. But even in the lower trims, the Challenger gives you that muscle car feel for less money. So, which one is better? If you want a pure performance car, something that corners like a sports car, has a sharp modern design, and feels like it belongs on a track, the 2025 Camaro ZL1 is your car. It's fast, balanced, and built for serious drivers. But if you want a classic muscle car experience, with big power, a roomy interior, and that old-school charm, the 2025 Dodge Challenger gives you more personality, especially if you go for the Hellcat. And here's our final verdict at the auto line. The Camaro ZL1 is the better performer. The Challenger is the better cruiser. It all comes down to what kind of driver you are. Do you want to carve corners or burn rubber? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more epic car matchups right here on the Auto Line. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.